Joel-Peter Witkin saw the world not as macabre, like most people believe, but in a different way than the average person. I have consecrated my life to changing matter into spirit with the hope of one day seeing it all, seeing in its total form while wearing the mask from the distance of death, and therefore in the eternal destiny to see the face I had before the world was made. His wife, who has worked beside him for the later part of his career in New Mexico, describes his photography and subjects as such. We all hope that we're a unique person, that we have something to offer. If you're not the norm in society, it's hard. For the first time, many of these people were asked to be who they really were. A lot of these people became our friends. But Witkin didn't just focus on individuals who lived on the edge of normal society. His subject matter also surrounded death, corpses, and sometimes the dismembered parts thereof. Witkin's work makes us see beauty in things usually shunned and cast away or hidden from our eyes. He does this in a shocking and creative way that I think most people would cringe at, but nonetheless, it's poetic and beautiful in its own right. I don't think it's macabre. I think it's the way my vision is. And it may seem macabre to people or to have a dark factor, but it's the way I perceive reality. I think it's positive. Witkin embraces the unique and abnormal side of life in his photography. Joel-Peter Witkin's most famous picture, known as The Kiss, which was shown on the previous slide, is an image of a severed and halved head whose pieces have been faced towards one another in an apparent kiss. Severed body parts and unique scenes are a regular theme in Witkin's work. He was quoted as saying, "A start to this fascination started when he was a child, and his mother was taking him and his twin brother to church, where there was a horrible accident outside of their home. A 3-car crash occurred directly by the front door, and while standing on the curb, the severed head of a little girl rolled up to his feet." When he was a teenager, his brother asked him to take pictures of the Coney Island Freak Show so that he could use them as references for his own painting. And also, while serving in the military, Witkin was in charge of photographing soldiers who committed suicide or were killed in training accidents. Witkin has said that it wasn't death itself that he found disturbing, but the human capacity for institutionalizing violence. Witkin didn't care about accommodating societal standards and was determined to express his vision the way he felt that he should. I've never accommodated anything. That was my vision. That's how I saw the world. That's what I did. And that's the way it should be. Art comes from the soul, the spirit, and it doesn't come from anywhere else. It can't be adaptive. It was shocking to a lot of people, but I can't help that. Many of his photos included people with dwarfism, transgender, and intersexed people, as well as those with physical deformities. Some of these individuals who posed for Witkin were allowed to show themselves as they were for the first time ever. Essentially, Witkin wasn't trying to shock people or make them feel a grotesque fascination with his photography. He was expressing how he saw the world, darkness and all. He welcomed subjects that society normally shunned. He didn't hesitate to encompass death in many forms, even those that were just parts and incomplete. He never let negative criticism stop him from expressing his vision of the way he saw fit. Witkin is now retired and hasn't made any new art since 2019. He expressed that he put his best years, and now it is just time to rest. I'm retired. The work is very well organized. I put my 40, 50 years in. Basically, I don't have the energy to do it. I've had it. I don't have that energy. The best years of my life I put in. Thank you.